So just to show you, this is still a regular balloon. When you touch one of the parts that has been stretched, as soon as this needle pierces that stretched skin of the balloon, well, the forces that were stretched are not in balance and they just tear the whole balloon back open. Hi friends, Pete Yanconi here at the Maryland Science Center, and I'm going to do something that, well, if you were here, you might be a little more anxious about, because what I'm going to do is take this long, sharp upholstery needle and poke it through this balloon and pull it out the other side. And if I do this carefully enough, well, let's see what happens. So one thing you should notice about this balloon is when you blow up a balloon, the balloon stretches because it's made out of a material called latex, and latex is a polymer. It means it's kind of a spaghetti molecule that is all jumbled up with other spaghetti molecules. But when you blow up the balloon and you inflate it, you stretch those polymers and they become very organized, especially wherever the balloon is very thin. You can picture that these things have been stretched to their limit. But there's a couple places on the balloon that aren't stretched to their limit. And one place is right here at the very end of the balloon. In fact, you can even see that this yellow balloon has kind of a dark yellow spot here, and that's because the latex here hasn't been stretched like it has across the rest. And the other is at the opposite end of the balloon, where the balloon tail is. So that will be a good place to take this needle and poke it in through the non-stretched portion. See that? There goes the needle. It's inside the balloon. Now I want to be careful and find, not the side of the balloon, but I want to find that other not stretched part all the way on the opposite side of the balloon. There it is. And so I have a balloon on a needle. Now it helps that these not stretched parts of the balloon are still stretchy because they've actually sealed around the needle. And they're sealed so well that I'm going to pull this thing all the way through. And they've gone back to seal the balloon up. So just to show you, this is still a regular balloon. When you touch one of the parts that has been stretched, as soon as this needle pierces that stretched skin of the balloon, well, the forces that were stretched are not in balance and they just tear the whole balloon back open. Now, if you'd like to try this at home, here's what I'm going to recommend that you do. Find yourself a long bamboo skewer, pretty high quality one that's smooth, and it helps if it has a nice sharp point on it, so be careful with that. But the other secret about doing this with a bamboo skewer is, one thing you can do to help it along is you can lubricate it with some dish soap. So I've pre-done this one. I'm just going to put a little bit on the very end of this needle. We're going to try the same thing with a bamboo skewer. I'm going to start, just like before, that thick part that hasn't been stretched. Now I got to get this all the way across to the other side. And there we go. It's a balloon kabob. So if I pull this all the way through again, it's a self-sealing balloon. But just like before, touch it on that stretched part, and it behaves just like everybody expects a balloon on a skewer to behave. Thanks for showing up and taking a look at our video on balloon on a skewer.